Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Kadash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahshai, Bahasham Kadash. Just a quick hit lesson. I was actually just getting ready to lay down for bed, but the spirit had me meditating on some things, and the spirit just had me jump up out of bed and hop up in another room to do this lesson real quick. And the lesson is going to be about, this is not the time for us to be slacking off. All right. And just an exhortation, a reminder through the spirit of what we all should be doing. And I'm exhorting myself. That's why I titled the video, or the video will be titled, now is not the time for us to be slacking. All right. We ain't supposed to be slacking off, basically, at this point in the game, because we're coming close to the finish. All right. And no man knows the day, but measuring the time diligently, we can see that it's soon. All right. So let's start off with this. Hebrews 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Yeah, that's why it's called a ministry. And that deals with what? Being a servant. Okay, a servant is made to be low. A servant is meant to serve. All right, point blank, period. And this is a work and labor of love to Israel. All right, really to the elect, but all Israel has the opportunity to hear this word, but only the elect is going to hear it and be converted into the truth. All right, and be healed by this truth. All right, because it's all about the saints, which are the Israelites, according to the Bible. All right, and now everybody wants to pick up the Bible and have an opinion on it, and nobody really cared for a long time. All right. Now, a lot of these Christian pastors, they got to actually go into the scriptures and try to, actually teach. But they can't get the 100% breakdown. All right. They might get a few things right, but they can't get the 100% breakdown. That's why it's so important for us to be out here on these highways and hedges and continuously pushing forth edification, because there's a lot of Israelites now coming into this thing. And the truth is just, the floodgates are open. All right. And we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. You see, diligence. And that word means to do something continuously and carefully. Let's see how it phrases it in the NLT. Probably going to be like the same thing. Hebrews 6 and 10, but let's see, 6 and 11. Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. You see? And how is the love shown? By teaching the word, by feeding the flock. All right. You can't say you love a brother or a sister out there, for the few that are out there, and have this truth and not tell it to them if given the opportunity. Now, of course, use wisdom. Don't be going to work and just. But how we do it is through our YouTube pages for the most part. All right. And the elect gets drawn in. All right. 12th verse. Then you would not become spiritually dull and indifferent. Instead, you will follow the example of those who are going to inherit God's promises because of their faith and endurance. Yeah, we ought to be sharp in this thing right now. Now is the time for us to be spiritually sharp, not spiritually dull and indifferent. Like, I could be in it, I could be out of it. That's not what the Lord is looking for. And I'm exhorting myself. All right. We ought not to be slothful. Okay. We ought not to be knuckle dragging. If I get a lesson off for the month, then that's fine. That's really not the spirit to be in right now. All right. It's really never the spirit to be in, but especially now. All right. And it's more to the ministry than just doing lessons. But that is a key component, because that's how we push. And it's also dealing with, we got to be on point with how we deal with brothers. That's another aspect of doing the work, is if we give our word on helping a brother out with something, or something that we supposed to do for a brother, and we have to hold to it. All right. But we want to be those that through faith and patience inherit these promises, man. All right, now let's go to yep, 2 Peter 1 verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall. Right? All right. Give diligence. Okay, so because what's going to happen for those that continue in this work, that continue to be fervent, that don't take their hands from the plow, all right, there's going to be a reward in everlasting kingdom. Okay. Yeah, see, it's really dealing with the brothers, because that's the ones that got to give diligence. They try to add in the NLT. That's why you got to filter out the NLT, because it says, dear brothers and sisters. This is dealing with the brothers because it's dealing with the ministry. And the ministry is the brothers that are pushing. All right. Ain't nobody knocking the sisters that believe, but the ministry teaching and those that are sincere, they shouldn't be offended at this, because you know that the ministry going out there on the highways and hedges is for the brothers to do. And you should be glad. All right. You don't have to get out there and get down. All right. All you got to do is look out for the brothers that do teach, you know, whatever support you can give, whether it be making garments, you know, making, some make supplements, whatever it might be, whatever gift the Lord gave you, you do that. But as for this ministry, is for the brothers. OK. All right. Give diligence. And so you sisters out there, you do diligence in what you got to do. But as for this lesson, is mainly focused on what? The brothers and preaching his word. All right. Giving that diligence in the truth. All right. Make our calling of election sure. Okay. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. Okay. And we don't want to fall out of this thing, especially at this stage in the game. All right. 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. That's it. All right. And reading the NLT. Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil, Esau, Edom. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. So the society that's set up, whenever we're idle, is more of a chance of demons to try to attack us. And that's why it's best, if possible, to stay busy. All right. And what's the best way to stay busy? In this truth, in this knowledge of wisdom and understanding. All right. Whether it be studying the scriptures, putting up lessons, dealing with brothers, however the spirit has it go, that's the best thing to do. All right. Be sober, be vigilant. And we got to be on our watch, because a lot of things are popping off. And there's many Israelites that are waking up to this truth every day at this point. OK. And those that doubted, some of the naysayers, now they're coming around. So what needs to happen is edification needs to come. OK. Edification, because the Esau is coming with his wiles, man. All right. He's coming with the wiles of the devil, like it says in Ephesians, the 6th chapter. So we have to have the armor on, which is the knowledge of wisdom and understanding, the protection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to guard from these things that's happening in the earth. Revelation 16 and verse 15, it says, I'm going to read it in the NLT. Look, I will come as unexpectedly as a thief. Blessed are all who are watching for me, who keep their clothing ready so they will not have to walk around naked in the shame. Now, how do we watch for the Lord? We watch by measuring the time. All right. Measuring the current events, measuring the time diligently, and looking out for prophecy, because that's how we measure how the Lord's coming. That's why he broke it down in Matthew, the 24th chapter. These will be the signs of his coming. And we see them: wars, rumors of wars, uproars, earthquakes in diverse places. All these things that the Lord said would be the prelude to his return. We're seeing them now in the earth, speaking as loud as ever. So that's why we have to continue on and be fervent and be diligent in this, even if it's painful sometimes. All right. Because brothers be dealing with afflictions. But at the same time, now I'm not saying be over righteous. You do we all do what we can. We do the best we can and pray to the Lord for an increase. But sometimes we just got to overlook that pain and just focus on the prize. And that's always going to be a way for the Lord to increase us. All right. So let's go ahead and get this. Luke 9:62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. You see? So we don't want to be of those that had their hand to the plow and then fell out and then made excuses, man. Because Jake needs to be edified. That's some wicked ass shit. Because we got edified and we were blessed enough to have men set up from Yahweh Shem Yahushua for the Lord to put the Spirit on us to receive it. But that's messed up if we receive this truth and then we hold on to it and we don't want to spread it out ourselves. You see? If guys like that were the only ones left with the truth, then the truth would die. All right? There would be no more truth in the earth. Okay? So that's why there has to be a remnant that the Lord put the Spirit on to be fervent. Okay? And we all strive to do better every day. We all got to do better. All right? We all have to repent and do better. All right? But it's just a spiritual exhortation because you got a lot of lackadaisical dudes that had this truth and they were lackadaisical with it and the Lord took it from them. And that's why we got to put up Psalms 51:11. All right? Before you know it, they'll be justifying, oh, well, I don't have to go out on the highways and hedges. I don't have to put up lessons. I don't have to feed the Lord's flock. I'm going to just keep the commandments. But wait a minute. Why did you start in the ministry and stop then? But there's a lot of excuses and bullshit that goes on. But anyways, we're going to close the lesson out right there. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Chakadash. Lord's will is edifying. Shalom, Barakathama, to the next one.